Joining me now is Paul Dorfman. He is the head of listings for NYSE American. Paul, welcome to the show.
Hey there, Ashley. How are you?
I'm doing well. Welcome. Well, tell us about December 1st. We have this symposium. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so it's a half-day event on December 1st, right after Thanksgiving. So we made it in the afternoon so everybody could fly in on Monday. But it's really a focus on small and mid-cap companies, and we're inviting pretty much any company under 1 billion market cap because it's such an important community of companies that are listed today. So it's about education. So it's not an investor conference. In this situation, the companies will be in the audience to learn from our expert panels, and we've got 4 panels, and hopefully there'll be a lot of learning and a lot of networking as well within this community.
What will some of the topics be for those panels?
Yeah, sure. So we're going to do buy-side perspective from a small cap investor. We're going to do an investor targeting strategy session. We're going to do different kinds of financing, like financing strategies. So the audience members, the leaders of these small cap companies can learn about the latest techniques and strategies to raise capital. And also, really most importantly, is the NYSE advocacy. We have a great team in DC and people who are on the Hill and understand the issues that affect smaller public companies. So we'll have a panel on that as well. And they can learn about what we're doing for this community.
And as the event will focus on small and mid-cap firms, can you break down NYSE American for our viewers who may just be learning about it?
Right. Well, the NYSE American used to be the old American Stock Exchange and came over when the New York Stock Exchange bought the Amex years ago. And now really it's the premier listing venue for emerging growth companies. So if you're under maybe 500 million market cap or thereabout and you want to look at the capital markets, you should look at NYSE American. It's a great platform. Companies trade right here on the trading floor. We have designated market makers just like on the big board, and it's a really great platform, venue, and community of companies where we educate, we help these companies be more visible, help them put their best foot forward. So it's fully part and parcel of the NYSE group, and that's really what it is, a wonderful community of companies, a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of great things coming from this community of companies.
And Paul, what are the latest market cap ranges for listed companies today?
Yeah, so to get on the NYSE American, for those that are interested, you want to be at least 40, 50 million market cap. But on the high side, Ashley, you could be, really is no limit on the high side. So, but typically once you get over 500 to maybe towards $1 billion, you might think about the big board. But we have companies well over 1 billion market cap on NYSE American. So as long as you meet those minimum requirements, we don't care how big you get. And a lot of our companies have gotten quite big. They're doing some great things. So we love it when they grow. And what we also love, Ashley, is when they grow to the point that they meet the standards of the big board. And then we'll invite them to transfer their listing from NYSE American to the New York Stock Exchange.
And how many companies do we have with a market cap under $1 billion?
Amazingly, more than 50% of all the listed companies are under 1 billion market cap. There's about 3,000 listed companies on all exchanges today that are under $1 billion market cap. So it's incredible. There's about 5,400 total listed companies, and again, about 3,000 under 1 billion. It's an incredibly important constituency of companies. A lot of jobs come from these companies. They're very innovative, right? And they still represent a very small percent of the total equity market cap of all listed companies today, even though they represent more than 50% in number. In total market cap, it's probably about 1%, because we've got about $85 trillion worth total equity value today. But this is an amazing community of companies. Again, as I pointed out, the number of jobs, right, that are among these 3,000 companies is about 3.4 million, which is an incredible number. So if you took an equivalent company, individual company, with this total market cap, which is about 750 billion, they have about 200,000 jobs at a typical company with that market cap. So you get 20 times the number of jobs, right, from this community of 3,000 companies as compared to, let's call it the same investment of one company with that market cap of about 750 billion.
And who invests in these companies?
Everybody, really. I would say savvy investors. They're not as well known, they're not as well researched, right? And so you got to do a little digging, but there's some incredible values, right? There's a Russell microcap index that sort of tracks this, and there's about $1 billion invested in that ETF that tracks that Russell Microcap Index. So savvy investors, do your homework. Great values, as we'll find out on Monday from one of our panelists. And so we think it's an incredible community, and it needs to be explored and more visible than it is today.
All right, Paul Dorfman, head of listings for NYSE American. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.